also mention that if God looks down from heaven, we realize that we are living for our sins.
Speak your truth and be heard on the Eagles Morning Rise, 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. Eagles 102.3 FM, your radio experience you can count on.
Why would you expect me to make all the sacrifices?
She doesn't seem to get that I really love her.
What exactly is his role as the man?
I think I'm attracted to her friend.
If only I can get a man to love me fully.
Listen to Relationship Saga with Holy Ray, airing every Saturday, 8 to 9 p.m. on Eagles 102.3 FM Abuja. It is that show where you get the opportunity to connect with experts in relationship issues. Tune in, call in, experiences on radio. Relationship Saga with Holy Ray on Eagles 102.3 FM Abuja. Eagles 102.3 Abuja.
Radio by this time of this evening. Right now is the time that I will be back. So talk to me. Are you bored? Are you lonely? Are you worried? Are you depressed? What exactly are you going through right now? Do you want to talk about it? FM Abuja is the right place where you can, of course, talk about those issues. Relationship Saga right here is that show where we talk about issues concerning relationship of any kind, talking about divorce to the right people, to the experts in the fields of relationship, and together we discuss and try to see how we can proffer solutions to this relationship issues that bother us as individuals. And of course today on the Relationship Saga, I've got another interesting story that has to do with, and of course I am not alone in the studio still. I am joined today with a very special and amazing woman who also is an expert in the aspects of relationship. She is Judith Obogu. I bet I pronounced that correctly. Judith Obogu. She is Grace Samson, I beg your pardon. Grace Samson is my sister that has joined us on the show today. It's her story that we want to talk about. So Grace Samson is from Benue State and a mother of 4, and she's 28 years. Grace, you're welcome.
Thank you.
Grace is right here with us. Like I said earlier, a little bit of Grace's story is what I'm going to give her the mic now. So she will tell us the story. As usual, we will go on a break, and when we come back, we will have our guests talk about it, and then we open the phone lines. So if you are there that you're listening, don't forget that the reason for this show is because Holy Way right here is an opportunity for you to also join me on the show. Share your story. Let's learn from each other's story. Encourage life to help people. No matter how small it is, don't forget that Holy Way has been doing it and you can also do it. So I will hand over the mic right now to Grace Samson. Let's hear the story that she has for us this evening. This is Relationship Saga on Eagles 102.3 FM Abuja. And don't forget that you can also join our live stream while you also listen to the audio visual at Eagles FM Abuja. And don't forget, you can always link with us. So let me give the mic to Grace Samson right now. So how are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you, ma'am. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, Nigeria. I'm so honored to be here, honestly.
Please try and be audible so that
I am so appreciated because to have the grace like this is not easy, and it takes a grace of God for someone to speak out. We don't speak out, and by God's grace I am here to talk about my story, my lifestyle, what I passed through, how I get to this point. It all happened that I'm from a very, very poor background, and I know it's not only me that poor people. And the poorness touched me, touched my life to come to this point. Of course, I will not use the opportunity mistake, no, so that I will not encourage some people that is hearing me right now. My life was the life I want to live is not the life I am now, and the life I dream of is not the life I have. But by God's grace, I can still correct it, I can still have it.
I love that courage.
Honestly, because I have someone can do mistake once and correct it, can do mistake twice and correct it, but my own is more than twice, more than 3 times. I did a mistake. My children, of course, I will not call it a mistake, because I am so proud to have a grown-up children now. Yes, because if I will put it that I take away those children, I will not be proud of the life I live. When I have my first daughter, 1st August 2010, she's 14 years now. That's why I said I'm proud to have a grown-up child, a grown-up girl at my age. Okay, so 2010 I give birth to this girl with an thief guy, and there was so horrible. Of course, he did not marry me. We just entered into friendship. I went out of my father's house that let me go and find something doing so that I can be able to help my family. That is when I met the guy. When I met him, I took him. He asked me to terminate the pregnancy, but I said no, because I have no mom again, and I don't know how the child's future will be. So I decided to keep it. I give birth to that child. To the glory of God, she's 14 years now, since 2010. And the mistake did not end there. I still went ahead and make another one, making 2. The 3rd one I have was with a Port Harcourt guy, an Ogoni guy, that he refused to take care of the boy for me, but I try my best to take care of that child by myself. Even up to date, if I'm calling him, he wouldn't pick my call. But it's by God's grace that someone can live. I live with that boy for all these years. He's 8 years now. When I live with him in Abuja, where I located from my village to Abuja, honestly, I suffer because my second daughter I was trying to kind of hustle to feed her. I will sell firewood, I will break firewood from bush, I will get a job, a farm job to do before I be able to feed her. But that doesn't still end there. I still went ahead and do another mistake, which is that boy now. I have that boy pregnancy 2016. I give birth to that boy 2016. October 19, 2016, which is my son Destiny. I'm so proud to have him. Yes. I am so proud because what that boy is doing in the school now, he's not in a better school. I'm not treating him the way I should treat a child because there is no money and there was no proper treatment. So, but I am still trying my best to give him the better choice. So, and I could not end there. I still went ahead and married because when I was in Abuja, I was doing the little things to see if I can keep myself going. But I get to know that without man, because it seems as if the thing have entered my blood already. Without man, I cannot live. So I still went ahead and married another one. That one paid my bride price and is a man with 5 children.
And according to the story you told me, you were not aware that he was married with 5 children.
Yes.
Because you met him here in Abuja.
Yes, exactly. So I could not even know that the house I will enter, it will be a worse zone. It will be a worse, another thing that I could think of. So When I enter there, I get to know that the man is something else. There is no proper, as in there is no proper taking care of, and how can he leave those 5 children to take care of me? He does not even have enough that I will say, okay, I'm doing on my own, he can take care of those children, no problem, it will not affect me. Actually, it gets to a point when I even married him, he refused to take care of that boy for me because I was taking care of that boy. Apart from that, I left my 2 girls with their father, and I'm still hoping that if things turn around for me, if things come good for me, I will make sure that I will give them a better life, so that they will not turn to the way I turn. As in, it's now that I need to correct the mistake. And there is something that our parents used to do that it do affect our children. If it take the grace of God, before those children will not do that mistake that you do, because it's something that you do that is your children are doing, seeing you doing, that is what they would like to follow you to do. So that is why I come up with this thing that let me give my children a better life now before it is too late. And how will I give them the better life without a proper foundation, without a proper world, without a something doing? What if and this marriage now, I'm thinking of outing to go and take care of my children. What if I go out now? How will I feel? Where will I go to? How will I start? That is my problem. I am pleading for the Nigeria to help me to, how will I do? And or if it is where your sister or your daughter, how will you feel and what will you tell her?
Okay,
thank you.
Now, number 1, before I turn to the experts right here, number 1, what does your husband do?
My husband is a driver.
Okay.
He do drive.
Okay, he drives, like he has a spare car for Kabul.
No. He
drives for someone.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, he's driving someone.
Yes.
Okay, exactly. Now number 1, another one again I need to know is, does he give you feeding money?
Well, if you talk of feeding money, let's say we are 8 in the house plus his old mother with us.
Okay.
He can drop 2,000 for a day for the feeding.
Okay, so your own fear right now is to take care of the children that you have, not only the one son that you have with this man.
Yes.
And the other 3 children that you have, they are not in school.
Yes, exactly.
Your mother is not alive.
Yes.
Okay. Another thing I want to know is, the children that are in the village, who are they with?
They are with their father.
And they are not in school.
Yes.
Meaning that the Benway guy, that's a thief guy, he's not also doing anything about the future of these children.
Yes.
So you as a mother, you are now scared for the future of these children.
Exactly, yes.
So you don't want it to go the way it's going, since you're already from a poor background.
Yes.
And because of this poor background is the reason you've always been coming out trying to see that you make a living.
Yes.
And you end up thinking being attached to a man is the best result.
Yes.
According to what you told me, right?
Yes.
You said even this last marriage was because you felt it was the right decision.
Yes.
Why do you feel so?
The reason why I feel so is because number 1, I did not go to school, and I did not have anything doing. So if I feel like if I be able to get a man that I will attach with, that will marry me, he will support me both for my children and for my family.
And then now, from the beginning, he was being caring.
Yes. Yes.
So now he has 6 children.
Yes.
Plus his old mother in the house.
Yes.
And you.
Yes.
And every other person.
Yes.
Okay, so now I understand. All right, let me leave my expert to say something before I move over to the next question.
Okay. First of all, let me appreciate you, Holy Host and family. I appreciate you and family I appreciate you guys because I lend you.
Thank you, man.
Because it is not everybody, there are lots of people that are going through what you're going through. In fact, worse things. But you don't get to hear. No matter how close or no matter how far you have gone, no matter how close or no matter how far you have gone, a U-turn is possible at any particular point in time, and the U-turn is the best thing to do. For instance, if you aim to go for an interview in Lagos, and you're on the way of Maiduguri Road, because the road is smooth and everything, you will never get to that interview. But anytime, maybe if you get to, I don't know the Maiduguri Road very well, maybe if you get to Yobe or whatever, and you discover this is not the road to Lagos, and you turn, then one day you get to Lagos. The most important thing is the resolute, the decision. Please try as much as possible, even to say to my fans, my friends and family on the Judy TV show that, look, if you sit down and blame somebody for something that he has done in the past, from now till tomorrow, it doesn't change anything. You can blame actually, but at the same time, this is the best way to go. For me, I see this as okay, first of all, let me talk to parents. I am telling you, you are very intelligent and very at this age, at 28. I'm telling you. Do you understand? So, parents, especially mothers, try as much as possible. It is going this way is the best way. Correct them, because you are older than them. You give birth to them, right? So I come over to the story of Sister Grace. Like I said, I don't blame you for anything. What happened has happened. Yes. Okay, the children are already here with us. But the issue is, how do we now move on about you, right? At that point in time, I want to look at it in two ways. What do I mean? You see, these are your two daughters, like you're saying, okay? Number one, God is the only person that can turn everybody's mistakes to miracle. He is the only person that can turn this mistake. Look, those children will wipe away your tears. That when you stand and she said, when you talk about herself, that she had an experience. I know a lot of people that also have, in the course of this, running my YouTube channel, people talk to me and what have you, right? That's why I commended you and said, but you have to, first of all, protect those your children by what? Going to God. I'm not saying you have to go and start sleeping in the church. Your relationship with God has to be mended now. It has to be mended now, because He's the one that controls destiny, right? Everybody handled like this. There's NGOs and CSOs, that handles women's cases like this. I have an NGO, the TJ Health Center. That TJ Health Center, that is NGO, it helps victims of marriage breakdowns, and it cuts across men, women, youths, older persons, everybody. Because an older person that is probably a dependent to a man, or like the man you're talking about, that has his own mother. If, for instance, you are the one that is the breadwinner, and then you're against what he's doing and all that, and then if learn a skill, okay, if you learn a skill and then you'll be empowered financially, to stand on your own. Now that you're in Abuja, so that's what I think. So when you're able to stand on your own, right, you'll be able to now take a decision about those three children. If they are with you, you take care of them while you're with your husband, because you never can tell how it will turn out for the man. You said he drops 2,000 naira. I don't know what anybody can do. Transport, moving from point A to point B,
buying of food items, transport alone.
Transport alone. Do you understand?
I'll tell you, my sister. So now that you've mentioned it, I think we should move straight to the next question, which is, do you have business? What kind of business?
What kind of business?
Yes.
Okay.
I will go for that. Yes.
Restaurant. Agreed, and the number is 87668888. Don't forget that you can also call or send us a voice message to 0909705445. But before you do that, let's go on a quick break, and when we come back, we will keep up the conversation. Don't go nowhere. This is Relationship Saga on Eagles 102.3 FM Abuja. And don't forget that you can join us live from YouTube at Eagles FM Abuja. If you're listening to us right now, rush to our YouTube channel and find the conversation right there. Let's go on this break. We will be right back. right, welcome back. This is Relationship Saga on Eagles 102.3 FM Abuja, and you know that your girl Oliwe is still in the studio, and right now we are talking about the story of my sister sitting beside me right here by my right. That is Grace Samuel, right? Grace Sampson.
Yes, yes.
All right, and you already heard the story, so if you have some words of encouragement or support for Grace, that is what this program is for, is to see how we can listen, learn from each other, and of course profit solution, no matter how small it is. So let's hear you on 09073530044 or 09087668888. You can also call or text, send us a WhatsApp message to 0909705450. Let's know what it. We agree that she's made a mistake thinking that marriage is the final solution.
That's right.
And I tell you, there are a lot of people out there, due to low self-esteem, they always think marriage is the the way out, and it's not supposed to be like that. All right, let's take this call. Hello. Hello.
Hello, good evening.
Yes, good evening, and thank you for joining us on the show. What's your name?
Yeah, this is Musa Ibrahim calling from Nigeria, from Madonna.
All right, Musa, go ahead. Let's hear you.
Yeah, that's a nice one. The best step that she took is a very good step, just like the speaker actually said. And one thing that I want to encourage her is that it is not what happened to her that matters, the way she reacted to what happened.
Exactly.
Hello, are you?
Yes, I'm with you. Go ahead.
So, it is not what happened, but the way she reacted to what happened. And she shouldn't let her back to pull her back to the ground.
Okay. Thank you.
She has come to realize that what she did, and there's a point she always raised, and I so much like it. She made mention that yes, all these students, even though they were gotten by mistake, but she took it as she don't know what will become of them.
Yes.
And that is it. So she shouldn't let the situation keep her down. Whenever life goes any direction, she's on the driving seat to make a U-turn.
Thank you. Thank you, Musa. Thank you, Musa. Please keep listening. I will tell you how you can support her.
Thank you so much.
All right. Hello.
Hello, good evening.
Yes, good evening, and thank you for joining us on the show.
Yeah, my name is Neto, calling from Sun City. Yeah, I want to ask a question. Some question. I want to appreciate your guest there. She has laid a very good foundation.
Thank you so much.
For the advice she has given to that lady. The mistake she has made it. The best way is to push forward. See how she can clean back her life and move on. My question is this: despite what she's going through, those son she's with, do they have a proper relationship together?
Yes, I know. Yes, yes. You people are still in good faith, right? Yes. You're in peace. Yes. Okay.
Okay. Then is your husband aware you are coming to the studio today to share your pains and all that?
No. No. He's not aware at all.
Okay. All I want to say, your vision of establishing a business, that idea you want to have you been able to share with your husband that if you has money you want to go into the restaurant business?
Okay, hello sir, are you there?
And then,
Now, from the beginning, if you were listening, her explanation is the marriage is already sore. She is not comfortable. The man is giving more concern to the 5 children from the other woman and his old mother. So she is in the house more like a house help because she does all the chores. Nobody helps her. So she coming out now, and the 4 children, 3 is from another person. Then it's only one that is for this man. And it's only one boy that is in school. So her grown-up children, her older girl is 14 years and she is not in school. So she is now coming out to see how she can seek for help to, get herself back on track and take care of her children. So she's fighting for her children now, sir.
Yes, I understand. But what I want to say is, my last question is, if she get back on track on business, is she still interested staying in that room to do the business? No. Or is she coming out of that matrimonial home to do the business? Because I know why I'm asking that. Actually, the worst that ever happened is, I want to give my conclusion by saying I want to appreciate that girl. That girl has made one statement that I really appreciate, that she has her foundation. And I personally want to collaborate with her to see what we can do as a group, as an individual, to see how she can come back on board so that she can be able to take care of her children. I think that is what I should say.
That's a good one. Thank you so very much, and thank you for the commendation. That is why we are here for each other. Okay, and then like you're asking, go ahead. Okay, like you're asking, sir, whether she was still going to be in that house while she's doing the business and everything. She said, according to Grace, that the man paid her bride price, so she is married to the man. But that thing,
in as much as things are not okay, she is married.
Exactly.
And she came to the marriage, not forgetting, ma'am, that she came to the marriage thinking this marriage will help her to take care of her other children and even help to support the family that is poor.
But I think what is the challenge for her now is that other three children. And I'm particularly concerned because the first daughter is about 14. And as a teen, it is at this particular point in time, if that you will miss it. And then because the society is exposed to so many things, people that want to lure her and everything. And if she becomes pregnant at this point in time, it is another problem for this woman.
The poverty continues.
Exactly. So what we're trying to say is a situation whereby, thank God for people. I think the first caller was saying that he's interested in everything. So the hostess now asked her what she would want to do. That was when she now said, she loves cooking and everything, because I was like, okay, if she doesn't have anything to do,
maybe she will learn a handwork.
Exactly. I have an institution of state that I work with my NGO that help victims of marriage breakdowns, where she can be taught a skill and then empowered to go. But since she already knows what to do, she already has something she wants to do, it is now to empower her so that she can go on. When she gets something like that, then we are certain that those 3 children, especially the girl, will be comfortable. At least they will go back to school, something like that. It does not affect her relationship with the man, as in her husband.
Yes.
Until if the man or her children, so to say, the idea is to contain these other children that are on her own side, because it will not be fair, especially if since the man didn't tell her that he was married before. If you now bring these 3 other children and now add it to the responsibility of the man that has already 5 children, you never can tell.
Yes,
if the man is a good person.
Let's take this one. Hello.
Hello, good evening.
Yes, good evening, and thank you for joining us. What's your name and where are you calling us from?
Okay, this is calling you from Suleja.
All right, Mimi from Suleja. Let's hear you.
Well, I really give kudos to our sister Obadiah. No matter what, and I love the fact that she says she will not give up on her children. I really love that fact.
Thank you.
To me, my contribution, let her first of all learn a skill. Opening your and also catering work. opening a restaurant is not just practical and all that. They also need to go to the training of knowing how to manage a restaurant business. Because even though you give her 1 million naira now, so she has 1 naira for 8 people in this Nigeria. That is by the way,
Contribution. Alright, I mean the 2,000 naira is dropping is what he can afford, and he can, there are some persons that don't need to speak to you, like tell you this is what I want. But it's okay. So let me know what you have for our sister, and if you want to support her, make your intention known, just like every other person that has called, so that I can get back to you after the program, and let's see how together we can help our sister right here. Hello? Hello? Let's hear you. Saying that there is need for you to go and learn more. You should know more about skills and what you want to do. Hello?
Mimi calling back.
Okay, Mimi, go ahead.
This line that I was not hearing anything. It was until you called his name before I know that someone was talking.
Oh, okay. I think it's network.
So, as I was saying, those are girls. I've not seen a man that can take care of a girl child the way her mom can take care of a girl child. I will forget. And let us be sincere and truthful to ourselves. She cannot bring those children to that house, but those are 3 children. They want not be possible. We know that. Because if it's going to be possible, he would be taking care of possession. Marriage is not a thing of that affair. I'm not advising her to divorce, but those children are her future. She needs to sacrifice so many things to take care of those children. They are only one girl, but I know the way I'm following her, even though she's still little. Children are passing through over where they are. So let me not just give her that advice right in my mind, but she should find a way, learn that restaurant business, have to manage it. Find a way to take care of those other 3 children. That is just the truth. And if there's any need of contributing, please, even should announce the account number or anyhow, if guys, this is my daughter listening to your
Thank you so much. Thank you, Mimi. Thank you so much. Alright, Mimi, so what you do is that, you called with the number, I cannot get your number, so you help me send your number. Alright, Mimi, so if you're listening, send a text with your number and say support for grace to our WhatsApp number 09097054450. If you are interested in supporting your sister right here to be a better mother for her children, no matter what, and said support from them. Alright, ma'am. Over to
all the people that called in. You can see that everybody is saying the same thing.
Yes,
okay?
yes.
And then just to tell you that people are happy for the way she came out to say this is the way it is. She just opened up, right?
I wouldn't want you to lose any call. It's definitely going to be very important. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, good evening. Okay, we lost you. You have to call us right back. 09073530044 or 09097054450. Sorry, ma'am. Just a little bit. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, please.
This Solomon.
All right, go ahead.
This day she's not hearing me very well, right?
Okay, I guess it's network.
You hear me very well now?
Yes, we can hear you now.
Okay, I think you pick who I want to then I'm going to add more knowledge. That's what I'm saying. And I also appreciate your address.
Thank you so much.
Very well. That's the one.
Thank you. Solomon. Hello.
Hello, good evening. I'm calling from Lille.
All right, Vivian. Thank you for joining us. Let's hear you.
Thank you for the program. I'm doing well. I love what you said, that you need to get to learn the cooking very well, or during the restaurant, how they normally manage their phones. Yes, that's my own suggestion, and for my own support, I will use this number that you called up for sponsorship.
Yes, just help me send your name and your phone number to here. I will get it back from there. Thank you so much. Thank you, Vivian. Sure. God bless you. All right, let me know. I think before we go to the final take, let me still get like one more call, because I see that so many people really want to, say something to Mimi right there, to Grace, I beg your pardon. So let me know who else have something to say so that we can wrap up. You know that the show is a 1-hour show. We don't have enough time at this point. We're just starting, but with time, we will definitely do something about the time. Hello? Hello? Alright, the network is also not too good, but just keep trying. I see that a lot of numbers keep coming and dropping back. Let's hear you.
Hello, Lily.
Yes, please.
Okay, I want to speak about that. I'm a beg I want to see you on that. Even if 20 minutes may add that.
What did you say?
I said I was just even though that 20 minutes may add for the program.
Oh.
1 hour is too.
Okay, I understand you. Okay, no problem. I will thank you. Thank you, because we always struggle with the one eye. It's usually not enough. Let's see. Hello. Join us.
Calling from
Alright, we also lost that call. I don't know why, but let's see how we can, what you do is that if you want to support Grace right here, not for her sake, but for the sake of those children, like you rightly said, the mistake has been doing. So, early childhood violation, it causes a whole lot of setback. So even if you were supposed to meet up with your dream in 4 or 5 years, it slows that down for you for more than 10 years. The psychological trauma, you not knowing what to do, how to go from here, you cannot enhance yourself, your dreams are dying inside you, you cannot even eat what you want to eat just because of your predicament. So that alone can be so excruciating. So at this point, all I will say is just join you, just as you have said, right? Let's see how she can be a better person.
That's right.
And almost everybody is saying, okay, she needs to go learn the trade. When they are saying learn the trade, it's not like you should go and learn how to cook. I don't know if you understand.
Exactly.
They want how to manage the funds. Because when you now go and open the business, everybody comes, you eat, they eat and they go, your capital is going to go. Plus even the money you invested is going to go. So they want you to say, okay, this is what I want to do. So I have to go learn. You do a restaurant. How do you do it? Do you do like daily contribution? Or do you do monthly contribution? Or how do you manage the funds? How do you making money cooler of rice and sell if you don't manage the funds, you will not have something to fall back.
Just go down the drain.
So if you're going to say, okay, I want to be selling food, and besides selling food, I also want to add something like POS. I want to also add something like selling of maybe yams. You're from Benue State. Amount of money, 50,000. I'm going to send to money 50,000. I'm going to send to the village, let them send me yams. Or I'm going to go there and buy gari or buy oil. As far as it's something that is edible, is definitely going to sell.
Of course.
So now what they are saying is, how do you now know how to manage this fund to grow for you?
Concerning what I say, actually I have do that business before. I help someone like sales work, yes, to follow someone to cook before, and a woman I cooked with, she's not a woman that know her business just like that. So I really know how to do that business. That is why I come up with it.
Okay.
And secondly, I can bake buns and all these little cake, chin chin. I can do those things, but as I said, I did not refuse their advice. I will still go on it so that I will not make a mistake on it.
Thank you so much.
Let me just add something.
Yes, please.
Thank God you said you agree, you understand. So things are evolving. So probably hostess, as people are reaching out to you that they want to assist, you will find out from them, those of them that are running restaurants or something.
Yes.
One or two counsel to give to her.
Yes.
The idea is to make it easy for her or easier for her. That is only the cooking aspect. For instance, you know how to do the pastries and everything. You can add it to it. You know, there will be
Like a show glass.
a show glass where you'll be displaying that, and then also maybe one of your children, if they can, somebody, the one that is at 14, can you get a money point?
Yes.
You can be doing
Put her in charge of that one.
You understand? If it is safe for you, so these are the things.
So she goes to school, come back,
and then she
that
gets
is
done.
her own business.
You find out that at the end of the day, things are coming in financially, and then you're also using that to keep her busy. Where your eye will be on her to monitor her, as a young lady. I'm concerned about this because I feel that at this point in time, this is when the peer group will just
they can be so gullible at this stage.
Exactly. So that's just the thing. So don't blame yourself about the relationship. There are people that married at the age of married and they worked out for them. So if it didn't work out to you, doesn't mean that it is a bad idea.
I like that.
The most important thing is that this is where you are and you have to move forward. Okay. And thank goodness for the people that are calling that with indicated interest that they want to help because they see genuineness in what you're saying, and then that's why we are there. We are human beings. We will rub one hand and then the other one will rub the other one. Nobody is perfect. Nobody has a monopoly of knowledge. So now that you're suffering like that and you're willing, to make amends and everything, I think that's just the most important thing. Okay. So thank you for coming out and then for owning up and all that.
Thank you.
All right, people. Thank you so much. I must commend you for coming. Of course, thank you, Samson, Grace, for coming also. And of course, people, if you are just joining, this is Relationship Saga with Holy Way at Eagles 102.3 FM Abuja. This program comes to you every Saturday 8 p.m. and of course I am joined today by Judith Obogu, who is the host and CEO of the Judith TV show. And of course, she is not just the anchor of that Judith TV show, she is also an expert in the aspects of marriage and marriage issues. Anything that concerns marriage, breakouts, marriage separation, anything marriage at all, relationship, that is what the angle that she anchors. Yes, at Judith TV show. And of course, today we are dealing with the story of my sister right here. You already heard the story. Please, if you are touched by the grace of God, Almighty Allah, please do not hesitate. Send a text message with your phone number and say help for grace. Send it to the office WhatsApp number on 090 9705 4450. Don't forget that the reason for this show is for me to air my experiences, for you to also talk to us, share your own life experiences. We learn together, and when you need assistance, we connect you to the right people that can do that for us. It's not like Eagle FM is going to do that, but Eagle FM is giving us a platform to assist each other. So I thank you all for your contribution. Thank you for coming now.
Thank you.
And thank you, my sister.
Thank you.
Thank you for the courage. Thank you.
I'd like to commend you. We don't know how far this program has gone. And then for somebody who is doing such a thing as you're doing, if it is one person that you're able to influence her life positively, you go back home and sleep with your two eyes closed. And heavens will smile over you because you are helping your gender, you are helping people, not just your gender, but everybody. I really commend you for this.
It's just that, thank you so much.